And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win. This one comes to us from, I might get the name wrong, Conroy Gavin Dubois? Dubois Hunsel? Who asked the question, who would win the fight? Kaguya, the big bad from the remainder of the original Naruto series, versus Doctor Strange. Now, this generally would have been when I did my monthly Who Would Win themed one. And there was someone lined up for that episode, but looking over, I'm like, I just don't have enough information on this character to really do anything with it, or the other characters as well. So I just figured we'll just save Mugen and Bolas for their final week of Who Would Wins in May, and then just start the week or the month fresh with a different one. And Doctor Strange versus Kaguya. Doctor Strange is kind of self-explanatory at this point. He's a sorcerer supreme. He has copious amounts of magical abilities. He is actually a skilled martial artist in his own right as well. Lots of experience. He can go incorporeal, astral form. He can fly. He's got teleportation, portal creation, lots of offensive sealing capabilities, many things. Kaguya is actually a celestial being. Technically, she's an extraterrestrial. She's theoretically an alien. That came down to Earth and is basically the mother of all chakra in the Naruto universe. Chakra more or less stemmed from her. And meaning no chakra-based attack will work on her. Because she is the mother of chakra, she literally just absorbs chakra and can just counter any chakra-based technique. Since chakra essentially exists in everything in some way, chakras exist in like the Buddha and Hindu religions and lifestyles, and in like monasteries, monks, and things along those lines. It's a real world thing. So even all attacks actually may have chakra to them. Physical strength, she's strong enough to go toe to toe with Naruto and Sasuke after they had awakened their abilities. She does have a degree of unarmed combat skill, though she's not like a master of hand-to-hand combat or anything like that. She's also has higher regeneration capabilities, including regenerating severed limbs, the ability to retain mold chakra, even though she was hit with 9 different variations of Rasen Shuriken and only escaped from superficial damage. Keep in mind, a standard Rasen Shuriken could easily level a mountaintop with no issue whatsoever. So for the fact that she withstood 9 different variations at the same time and only had superficial damage says a lot to her durability. Ninjutsu-wise, she can basically use any and all forms of chakra, natures, water, earth, fire, lightning, wind, yin, yang. She actually has a couple unique jutsu to her Kekemora, as it's called, including the 80 Gods Vacuum attack, which allows her to materialize enormous chakra fists to attack targets, which are both powerful enough to overcome a Jinchuriki's arm and destroy a complete body Susanoo, all of which are well above the standard grade of power. Not like planetary per se, but well into the continental levels of power. Technique has also been used defensively. She can harden her hair and to fire countless needles with enough ferocity to pierce a Susanoo's absolute defense. With the all-killing ash bone, she... Similar to, basically she can harden her bones and launch them like projectiles. And if they hit you, they'll actually kill you and turn you into a pile of ash. Strongest attack, though, is Expansive Truth-Seeking Ball, formed by accumulating all the chakra of everyone within the Sinju, which, for the sake of fighting, we'll say that's what scenario, so we'll give it to her. According to her Black Zetsu, it houses every nature transformation, and with the power to reshape the world by reducing it to nothing first, essentially serving as a start to a new dimension. She can theoretically wipe out an entire planet or entire dimension and start a dimension new. She also has the Byakugan, which allows her X-ray vision, see chakra points, and she has the Renin Sharingan, or I prefer the Sharingan myself. I don't know why it's called that. Essentially, a Sharingan and a Rinnegan formed into one. Her third eye which is her third eye, grants her the ability to chakras, Sharingan's powers, such as seeing the flow of chakra, casting, easily recognizing Genjutsu, heightened powers of perception, among other other abilities in hell, including copying any jutsu it sees or movement. The Rinnegan powers means she can cast the infinite Tsukuyomi on selected individuals. With her third eye, she is able to instantaneously transport or teleport herself and others around her into different dimensions, while simultaneously erasing their presence of their chakras. Similarly, she is able to open and travel through rifts in space as a means of instantaneous travel. She's able to also manipulate the roots of the God Tree to encase those within it. And she does technically have a Tail Beast transformation, but it's something that she kind of turns into it when her abilities become unstable. She has been obviously defeated. It took Sealing to beat her in the Naruto universe because no one could really overpower her. She was just too powerful. However, that's within the confines of her own universe. Things like reality warping, anyone with literally comparable abilities to her would in theory be stronger or could legitimately take her down. So how would Doctor Strange fare against her? Well, she would definitely... Let's get the stuff out of my mouth here for a second. Okay, let's try that again. She would definitely be one of the stronger opponents Doctor Strange has faced. And Doctor Strange has faced individuals that dwarf her, honestly. Like, let's be legitimately clear about this. Kaguya is powerful within the context of Naruto's universe. And probably the strongest character in the Naruto universe. But she doesn't hold a candle to some of the characters in the Marvel universe. So, like, Dormammu alone is vastly superior to her. And Doctor Strange, not in terms of sheer power, but through other means, has defeated Dormammu. But that being said, Doctor Strange is the last person standing. He's trying to free them, and she confronts him, wondering why he's able to survive, withstand the power of the infinite Tsukuyomi. He says that because I have Sorcerer Supreme, and I fall the victim to no man or woman, or something along those lines. He's released them, and so he says, "Release them." And obviously she's not going to comply. So she immediately goes on the offensive. Maybe brings out a chakra fist. He just blocks with an energy shield. It's powerful, and it does push him back, but he just... It's like, and then, he starts firing magic. The band's Ceterac tries to bind her up. Unfortunately, even with magical energy, chakra it just exists. Even with magical energy, chakra exists. So she's capable of absorbing the chakra from the attack. But at the same time, it's not like it's a pure chakra-based attack. Like in the Naruto universe, every attack they throw at them that's basically a ninjutsu or whatnot is chakra-based. There's nothing. It's like not natural fire water they're producing from their bodies. It is chakra-based. But with Doctor Strange, chakra exists in the attacks, but they're not. But they're magically-based. The energy is composed of everything besides it. So the Bandit Cigarette do lose some of their power, but they still are able to actually bind her, which she's actually shocked because she assumed it was just shocked. She assumed he was just casting a jutsu, but no, he's pulled off some other shit here. So he starts to bind her. He does the whole multi-form thing. And by the way, we are using Doctor Strange as the whole character, not just we get in like the Marvel universe. So they're going toe to toe. She then decides to throw out. She switches up, goes to a different dimension, but he can actually track her because he can go into different dimensions if he has to. And finds out where she is. He's using his astral form to do so. Tracks her down, and she even senses it and sees it with the combination of the Rin Sharingan, Byakugan, and whatnot. So she tries a bone ash or an ash bone, but just phases through him and just goes back to his body, finding out where she is. She then comes again, and this time transports them both to a different universe or different dimension entirely. So now their actual fight continues. She again tries the ash bone, but he actually avoids it this time, just blocks it with a shield. Shield kind of disintegrates before him, but he brings up another one. A lot of back and forth will be going on in this fight. Now, if he gets within close range combat, he does have the edge in close range combat, but at the same time, let's put it this way, he doesn't have the physicality to really go toe-to-toe with her, unfortunately. So, and just give me 1 second, there might be an ad popping up on my computer in just a second. I don't think so. No, okay, no ad. Sorry, I just did something and I realized I might set something off and didn't. So Strange, realizing the beating she's taking, knows he can't get close to her, but he's got to figure out a way to bind her or put her down or something like that. So essentially, what he decides to do is something akin, kind of like to the Mafuba. Mafuba! Even a containment wave! Kind of like that. Basically, he summons a jar and then basically using probably the best sealing spell he can, tries to seal her into a container with some ruins and everything on it, and just starts to try to bind her and seal her in. And the question is, does she have the power to counter that? I'll be honest, I don't think she does. She's been sealed before, and by honestly, lesser magic ultimately or lesser abilities than something like a master of mysticism. The seals were specifically designed for her. This is just a super powerful sealing sealing technique in general. Like hell, even the evil containment wave Roshi could theoretically beat her with the evil containment wave. So even basically, yeah. So now that being said, she still struggles against him, absolutely, and he's got to really put his effort and just and then just seals her in, and then he seals it up and takes it back to his Sanctum Sanctorum and ultimately wins the day. Doctor Strange, I think, wins this not because he's more skilled in, say, like hand-to-hand combat. Like I did mention, if it somehow came to an actual straight fight, he'd actually be the better fighter. But it comes down to the fact that when you actually look at what Kaguya is capable of, say for maybe like the destroying a planet or the world and creating a new dimension, that nothing she's capable of, Doctor Strange, or everything she's capable of, Doctor Strange is capable of and more. And has had a greater amount of experience doing it, because when you actually break it down, how old is Kaguya? I actually didn't even check that. How old is she? Because Doctor Strange, due to time shenanigans, is thousands of years old. So he's had thousands of years of experience with spells, with training and everything along those lines, to be as good as he is. Kaguya is, let's see here. Did they give an age to Kaguya? They give a birth date. They don't actually give an age for how old Kaguya is. A millennia ago. Okay, they do say a millennia ago, so which is 1,000 years. So Kaguya at best is 1,000 years old. However, she wasn't villainous Kaguya at 1,000 when she first got there. In fact, how long did it take for her to actually turn evil? I don't know. So she's actually only been doing that for maybe a couple hundred years, maybe 500 years or so. There's never been a set time period. There's just that she showed up on Earth a millennia ago. So she hasn't had anywhere near enough experience to deal with Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is someone who has abilities that she just honestly has not dealt with before. As far as we know. We don't know what her life was like prior to coming to Earth. So I do have to go with Doctor Strange. She's not the toughest individual he's gone up against, but she would be a tough individual. If she gets any shot off with that Ash Bone attack, then he's done. Doctor Strange dies and just turns to dust. He gets snapped, if you would. So yeah, it's not impossible for Kaguya to win at all. She would give Doctor Strange a good, solid fight, but Doctor Strange would ultimately come out on top, I think. It would have to be through sealing means, though. I don't think he could really put her down, like, killing-wise, but I think he could seal her away. I will go 75% of the time for Doctor Strange. I think there's a good quarter chance that Kaguya can pull out a win. What do you think? Put it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. 90s for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, what if, anything you do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So, tomorrow, this is technically Wednesday. I will have the what if. Sorry, I gotta still do the what if. This is Tuesday right now, by the way. I'm pre-recording, as I always do. Tuesday, what am I talking about? Today, Wednesday, there will be a what if, and the death battle prediction will be up. I believe I had Wario for that one. I believe that was who my prediction was for. We'll find out tomorrow, or today. So anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you.